Hey guys, we're the Halfway Cooks, and thanks for stopping by.
Today we're going to be cooking you guys up some awesome smoked wings with a beautiful side, jalapeno popper corn salad.
Sounds delicious, let's get to it.
Alright guys, let's get to working on these smoked wings. So, first things first, for when you're making wings, you always want to make sure to take them out of the packaging and pat them down dry first with the paper towels. That's the way that you get that beautiful extra crisp on them for once it's all said and done. But before I get started with those, let's show you guys the rubs that we're going to use today. So this is the Traeger chicken rub. It goes really amazing with any sort of chicken. I usually use it for my beer can chicken, but we'll save that for another episode. And on top of this, I love to use just a little bit of this Big Easy seasoning here. It's got a little bit of ghost pepper in it, so it has a really strong kick. If you use too much, you're gonna have a bad time. I learned that the hard way.
Lit yourself up?
Last time I made these, I actually covered an entire side of these wings with the ghost pepper seasoning, and we had a couple guests over, and when I tell you these wings were unbearable, they were unbearable.
Sabotaged your own party.
Absolutely. I had to make up for it by saying, trust me guys, I know these, I never make them this hot, I swear. But believe it or not, the guests actually still enjoyed them. I couldn't believe it. But because
you don't have the heat tolerance, my friend.
No, I don't have that much of a tolerance. My mouth was literally on fire. If I had any sort of extinguisher close to me, I would have probably ended up just using that. Oh, that's what we want to do. Paper towels on top. Sure, we get these nice and dry. We get out as much of this moisture as we possibly can, because all of us out there love a really good crispy wing. And this is part of the way of getting there. Just try to get out as much of the water as you possibly can. When you start to see it pull through the paper towel, that means that you're doing a good job. Keep it up until your hands get tired. And we're just gonna lay these out flat onto this cookie sheet. Always spray your sheet before you put these wings on with some ham, or you can even use a little bit of butter if you want to. Make sure that they're nice and laid out flat, so when you put the rub on, it's a nice and simple turn. And make sure these are well coated with your rub. Don't worry about anything being too salty or over seasoned.
Never want it to be over seasoned.
Alright guys, so we got our wings all patted down dry. Now it's time to get the rub on before we take them out to the smoker. So when you're putting this on, you really want to make sure that everything gets covered. Like I said before, don't worry about them being too salty. Once you get them onto the smoker, they're going to cook down perfect. And you definitely want to have this whole lot of rub on there for some extra flavor. So, like I said, for when you're putting this Big Easy rub on, you just want to put a little bit of this. Just a touch on each wing, not barely even just a sprinkle. You put any more than what I'm putting now. Unless you really like really spicy food,
you're in trouble.
You're in big trouble. You're going to be sitting there drinking milk. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be like that whole challenge that they did with the one chip thing or something.
Oh, yeah.
It's just as extreme as that, because in this, there's a little bit of ghost pepper seasoning.
That's no joke, folks.
No, no joke. Unless you really like your spice, you just want to put a little dab. Just a sprinkle, add a little bit of heat. And that's all that you need. Let's get these guys out to the smoker. All right guys, got the wings all set. About to put them onto the smoker. These are gonna cook on 400 for about 40 minutes or so. You're gonna wanna turn them over halfway through. If you don't have a smoker, it's okay to put them onto a regular grill. Cook for the same amount of time. Halfway through, you're gonna flip them. I prefer the smoker because you get that awesome smoky flavor with the rub. But that's about what it is. Let those sit for about 20. We're gonna flip them over halfway through, and then we'll be good to go. All right guys, we got our wings cooking in the smoker. While those are cooking, let's go ahead and whip up our side dish, our jalapeno popper corn salad. So I got all of our corn already cooked off. What we're gonna wanna do is we're just wanna cut all these off the cob, straight into our bowl to make the mixing much easier. All right, got all that in there. Next, we're gonna wanna add a little bit of salt and pepper. Can't have too much salt when it comes to corn. Always ups the flavor. Just a little bit of pepper, don't go too nuts with that. And we're gonna add our cheddar cheese.
I love cheddar cheese.
Best kind of cheese, especially with this corn salad. Best kind of cheese. We're gonna add our sour cream here. Next, we're gonna add our cream cheese. We're gonna add our maple bourbon bacon. And last but not least, of course, we're gonna dump our jalapenos right into there. Now, a lot of recipes will call you to take the seeds off, take the stems off. I like to leave them whole as is, because it adds a little bit of extra kick. You're gonna already have the cream cheese and the sour cream in here, so the little bit of kick that it adds will be taken care of from that. And it'll just be a nice, great spicy flavor. So we're just gonna mix this up. All right, so once this is all mixed up, we're gonna wanna put this into the fridge to chill for about half an hour so all those really good flavors start to come together. Once our wings are done and when we take it out the fridge, it'll be time to eat. The flavors will all be together and it'll be perfect.
Got our wings pulled out the smoker. We got our jalapeno corn salad pulled out the fridge. It's nice and chill. How about we have a cheers to a delicious looking meal?
Cheers, brother.
Cheers. Delicious. If you guys are curious as to what we're drinking, it's a MIKEY'S MOJITO, and you can find the link to that right here. You'll be able to see how to make that for yourself. Let's dig in.
Let's dig in.
Nice and crispy.
Look at that there.
It's really good.
Fell right off the bone.
Oh, right off the bone. The seasonings are cooked on. Extra great. Tastes delicious. Gives it a little crunch. You won't get wings better than this, folks.
They really do. The little bit of spice that you get with the chicken rub is a perfect balance. There's a little hint of spice that you want in a wing. It's not a buffalo wing, it's a smoked wing. Just so you have that little bit of extra spice. Absolutely amazing.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Delicious.
Let's say we try this corn salad, huh?
Let's try it.
Oh, that's good.
It's really good. The jalapenos give it some much needed kick. The bacon helps balance that out with some salty and savoriness. Overall, I'd say this corn salad is a very good compliment. These wings we made here. What do you think, Mikey?
Absolutely. I'd say that the sour cream absolutely helps tone down a little bit of that heat as well. Gives that nice, perfect bite. It's a little bit of heat, but it comes out very well with the corn salad.
And a pro tip, if you want it to be a little less spicy, you can take out the seeds from the peppers, and that'll send you on your way towards making a much milder dish. Because with the seeds in it, it's very spicy. And if you're into that, it's perfect. But if it's a little too much for you, you might want to forego having the seeds in there.
Absolutely, Ralph. Couldn't have said that even better myself.
All right, guys, that's it for this episode. We hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and click that bell notification icon so you can know when we upload our next video.
Until next time, cheers, folks.
We're the Halfway Cooks. Peace out, y'all.